Okay, we're going to continue this basic fantasy role-playing game adventure this afternoon. Basically, just kicking off right where the other one left off. And essentially, the party had killed a kind of a rogue captain of a guard who was under the service of a pretty mad halfling named Rissian, who wants something to do with the party, in particular the golden door, more than likely, and the dwarf. But yeah, so they had a nice little skirmish in the town there, near this man's keep, and we'll go right into the action, basically right after the skirmish. Start with some introductions, I suppose. From my left, let's see, Daniel. What is Sammy up to?
Okay, so Sammy is now, I guess, getting ready for essentially to take revenge on this guy who keeps chasing us down. Is Rissian. She's even though she's a halfling herself, she's not too happy with him at this point. So she's kind of brushing up her insults and making sure she has enough sling stones, and yeah, and probably pretending like she's enjoying some of the bad poetry that's coming from Mendel.
Very good, yes. Mendel is probably jotting down some really, really bad ones after this battle. I think, yeah, I don't know if he was with you guys, but he's jotting down poetry regardless. He was? Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, that's right. He cast something.
Yeah, he cast Ice Storm, and then I think I tackled him into the trees.
Right. Okay, very good. And next, Micah, how do we see Lorish after this little battle? What is she doing?
I can't remember. Did we take the battle wagon with us or not?
No, I don't think so. Not into the town.
Not for this, no.
God damn it.
I mean,
I'm probably close to Sammy, taking care that she's not overrun by anyone. I'm probably taking care of the wizard too, because he's kind of suspicious to her. That humor is going on her nerves.
Yes, the wizard. And as you probably are thinking that he's on, getting on your nerves there, you just hear him say, "Damn, those fruit flies are cunning, and I think this is all very tiring. See the giggle people naked, stunning. From my pockets he's added to his till."
As he ends, you hear a crunch from the handle of her maul because she's pressing so hard. The wood is actually croaking under her hand, under her strength.
Very good. He doesn't seem to react. And Rob, what do we see Lauren?
So Lauren is just kind of standing still, looking a bit pensive. He also got very, very wound up by this halfling captain, and is very keen to be kicking ass. So he's just kind of waiting for permission to go.
Very good. And last but not least, Tony, how do we see Fergus?
You see Fergus kneeled down on one knee with his cloak pushed back away from his face and his head, and you see the tense muscles in his neck and his forehead, and you see him picking up these bolts from the ground as he's wiping and cleaning the blood off of them with this very nice looking handkerchief that has an R engraved on it, embroidered on it. And he's wiping the blood off these bolts and putting in there, and that was a close one. I don't know how much longer luck will be with me. And he looks towards the rest of the party who can't hear him speaking to himself, or with them. And that is Fergus Budge, human thief.
Very cool. All right, so yeah, basically, you were just out, just finished the skirmish, and it's obviously still nighttime. It's basically the same moment that we left last time. So what was the plan? Did you want to try to go hunt down this Rissian in his keep? Did you want to head back to your battle wagon and exit? Yeah, go ahead and just tell me what you want to do. We'll go from there.
I think we had decided to get the battle wagon and approach the keep and call him out to try and ascertain how involved he was. And does anyone else remember the details of the plan?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I thought like we were going to take the captain's head or something. There was something to do with heads.
I'm sure that was involved, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't make a note about it, but I thought we were going to try to like take the captain's head and like throw it at the wall.
I'll throw it over the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was no catapult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that sound right? I mean, I think we were basically going to try to threaten him. But then we were trying to decide if that was a good idea since he's in the keep and we're just a battle wagon.
Yeah, either as a threat or also I think Fergus had mentioned that hopefully that maybe that would, if he knows the captain was out after him, maybe that would also give us some leverage of him knowing that someone's killed his foe.
Oh, that's right, because you found out that the captain was that they weren't actually in favor with each other. Right?
Correct.
Okay. I knew there was something like that.
Okay, so then it's our plan to bring the body back to the keep, explain that we've killed him, and that Rissian now owes us a favor, and basically make sure he leaves us alone in future. Does that make sense? That's a reasonable place to start, right?
Yeah, I think so. And if he, because he's the information that we have, I believe, is that he's trying to, he's after us in a sense because he wants the golden door because he knows we have a lot of treasure. Basically, whether or not he knows that we have the door or not is a whole other thing. I mean, I guess you don't even know about the door. Maybe you do.
No.
Okay. He knows that we have a lot of treasure, so we are. Oh, also, we still have that dwarf with us. That's the little loop in the thing. Do you think we should bring the dwarf to safety first and then come back and deal with this? I think that's what we're trying to decide. Right? Because we have Stonebeard with us.
Why? He's perfectly safe with us.
Okay. I'm asking. And I guess we don't want to leave him alone with the door anyways. Once the door is revealed, we want to make sure that we're near it. So, all right. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, if we go at this point, if we go to the castle, we can like set ourselves up so that we can maybe ask an audience or again shout from the walls that this captain was somehow, aligned against him, and that we vanquished that, and that we vanquish anybody who gives us shit, basically. So, kind of give a little threat, like a veiled threat. Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then we would see, I guess, see how interested he was in messing with us. Because basically the only thing we know about him is from the other halfling who was basically trying to take over the dukedom. So I think it would be good to clarify his intentions.
Right, exactly, because we only heard from the other guy that was what was happening, but then we know that other guy was kind of a scumbag anyways. So
yeah,
it could be the halfling's not even really bad, so we don't necessarily. I mean, he probably is, but do we think that we want to just go by ourselves, or should we show some kind of force? Like maybe we could create like a fake army of straw men or something. Or do you think that's the step for later? We could make a bunch of scarecrows.
Does the I can't remember his name now, but the singing wizard, does he have mirror image?
He's not.
Mm.
And Lorsch doesn't like the scarecrow idea because only the weak do plans like this, Sammy.
Right. True. Okay, yeah, screw it. No scarecrows. I'm not.
I also think if there's a chance to get out of this without violence, that
Mhm.
that might be the best option for us. Just on the off chance that he is just a normal Duke, whose captain lost the run of himself. So I think it should be more of a try it and see, and then if it goes bad, to just escape to safety and put him on the to-do list for down the line.
Fair enough. I'm all for that. How far away are we from this keep?
You're not far at all. It's dark, but it's maybe a 5-minute horse ride down the road, and then it's up through like some little hills. So it's not terrible.
So strategy wise, should we wait? I don't know how exhausted anybody's spells are or whatever. I think I may have used my spell. Yeah, I only have 1 spell point left today out of 3. I don't know if we should like go back to the battle wagon, chill for the night, and show up first thing in the morning after we're recharged.
Yeah, I think so. Because that wizard spell, the ice one, would be quite useful if
That's true.
he decided to escape. He could launch that, like if the gates open and his guards come out. That would be the kind of spell that might buy us enough time to escape, while also doing severe damage to his army.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we should definitely lay low for the night and come, at daybreak. Because he'll also be wondering where everything is and all his guards are. So he'll be a little bit panicked if we wait until the morning, potentially.
Okay, so is that the plan? Y'all want to go back?
Yeah, I think we should go to the battle
outside of the
wagon.
town. Yeah.
Sammy will get herself comfortable with her hammock up in the tree like she was before, kind of keeping a little bit of a guard, kind of a half eye opened guard. And I think we should just like chill for the night and get rest.
Yeah, that works for me.
I agree.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. So y'all can do that, no problem. There were no more, enemy guards or things in town. Y'all basically dispatched them. So yeah, we can say you make it back to the town, and y'all want to do like any sort of watch overnight, or how's that gonna play out?
I can take the first watch, and then I think Lorsh and Fergus can also take a watch each, because we don't have any spells.
Hello, I have spell. I have spell.
Mm-hmm.
I have power of Groomsh.
Right.
Hello?
It should
But
be.
I don't have to pray, so that's fine.
Well, if you need rest now, it's okay. Myself and Fergus can just take longer watches.
Oh, Lorsh looks even more offended now. Second watch.
Fergus wouldn't mind at all doing double watch because his nerves are still kind of on the end.
Okay, Sammy will sleep then, and the wizard will definitely sleep. I'm just rearranging his spells. I think he has clairvoyance, which might be useful. I just need to look it up. I don't know how useful that is or not, but we'll see. It'd be nice to know what they're up to, That only goes 60 feet, though. That's not very useful.
No, it's not.
Okay, no, so he'll take lightning bolt instead. Yeah. All right, good. And then ice storm. Okay, good. So I've got his spells ready. So just in case he needs to fight, I've got his spells memorized: magic missile ×2, shield, continual light, ESP, lightning bolt ×2, ice storm, and confusion. So that should do it. So I don't think he needs to do wizard lock. That wouldn't make any sense. Or ventriloquism because Sammy has that. Cool. Yeah, so he's going to study those in the morning. I mean, actually, he only used 1 spell, so he's going to study the one that he's, that he used. Sammy will sleep and snore very loudly, probably. And she just gets hers back. She doesn't actually have to study for them. They're like spell points, basically.
Nice. All right, cool. So Lauren was the first watch, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check some things. Okay, and Lauren, your watch goes without a hitch as the night kind of carries on. We'll say it's about midnight-ish right now. So who is next?
North.
I am.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, and Loris, your watch also goes without event. It's probably quite boring. If anything, you'll hear Mendel in the background scribbling some poetry until he falls asleep. It's kind of mumbling. And the last, was it Fergus?
Yeah, I think I had the last two. Yep.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so something will happen during that first hour, Fergus. You're probably sitting there and it's, you know, getting late into the night, almost early morning. And I think you would see above you, or perhaps hear it before, but it sounds, I'll say you hear it first, but it sounds like really heavy wings kind of beating above, and a group of them. And if you look up, you'll see these dark shapes. They look kind of large, not dragon large by any means, but almost like oversized bats. And they're kind of circling above the tree line there. How would you react?
Does it appear like they're coming towards where our wagon and we are, or just they're just generally flying around?
Yeah, you would notice that their circling is getting closer. And they do seem to be interested in your party.
Yeah, I'm going to, or he would pull out a pebble or a small stone or rock or something, and he's going to try to throw it up to the limb that, oh my gosh, I lost her name. Daniel's character is on, and try to, tap her to wake her up. Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Is what he's going to try to do.
Okay, yeah, and I'll say you can pop Sammy safely and wake her up.
Okay. I wake up. And I see circling things? Or do I see them as well, or no? I'm up in the tree.
You're in the tree, yeah. I think if you're up in the tree, you'd be able to see. These are, in fact, some kind of massive, giant, oversized bat-looking creatures. There are 5 of them.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, kind of nestle myself down so I'm a little more hidden. And I'm going to use my ventriloquism with my last spell point, I guess, since I haven't slept yet. And I'm going to make, they're like bats-looking things.
Yeah, it's like, they're like, basically like bats, like large fruit bats, kind of.
All right. So I'm thinking, what do bats eat? And I don't really know, but I'm thinking everybody likes bacon. So I basically, as far away as I possibly can on my ventriloquism, I start making pig noises away from the camp. I think it's 60 feet.
Ooh, very good.
So
Let me see how that affects him.
Yeah.
Can you do that again?
Yeah, we didn't quite hear it.
There we go.
Okay, and I'll say you successfully fool them, and they do seem to fly off in hunger. Probably at the instinct of weaker prey, perhaps. So you have averted quite the crisis.
All right, then I go back to bed.
Nice. Let's see. In the last shift, Fergus, let's see. Yeah, that one also goes without any occurrences happening. So, yeah, and we'll say day breaks in no time, and you're probably all decently rested. Yeah, so it's morning. What do you want to do?
For some reason, Sammy is really hungry for some bacon or something. She can't really remember why.
It was all a bad dream, perhaps.
We probably can't go to town, right? After all that, so I guess we should just head out.
Well, we will go to town and somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. All right, off we go, I guess. I guess Loris has got the battle wagon. I have my cow, and you guys.
Yeah, that's almost the same.
So 7 weeks and 1 day left to fully train my cow. So I'm riding Sheila the cow. And
when we're getting ready, Lorsh is looking at the cow and makes some measurements with her eyes and mentions then that it's very possible that we could make some kind of saddle with some crossbows attached to it.
oh, a battle cow.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this. Sheila the battle cow. All right. Sammy approves.
I knew it.
All right. We're working on that.
Very good.
At least at this point.
It is a solid plan that I wholly support.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's the immediate plan though for
I think we're riding the battle wagon to the keep, right? We're going to put Stonebeard and Mendel inside the battle wagon for security. Sammy will be at the back of the caravan on her cow, and I don't know how the rest of the group will be.
Is the battle wagon covered?
Well, it's covered in trees and stuff right now. Yeah.
Sorry, but I meant is there a roof?
No, not really.
Okay.
Well, there is like stuff all around, so there's some kind of wall, I'd say, but no real roof. No.
Okay.
It's not like a tank. It should be though. Maybe we should work on that.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Oh God.
All right. Well, we have lots of money now, so we'll go back. And once this door gets taken care of, we'll
be rich. Okay, so Lauren will be just about kind of 10 yards ahead of the caravan, on his horse, just kind of scouting ahead a small bit.
Yeah, and Fergus to be up front also.
Okay, very good. And I'll say, Lauren and Fergus, as you're kind of riding a little bit ahead, I think you would see from around the town as you're heading in the direction of the keep, the hillside, the hills, where it's supposed to be. You do see like a very thick black smoke rising from in the hills where you assume the keep is. However, you don't see any guards on the road. You don't see, any villagers or anything. It's pretty quiet otherwise, as you're approaching. And it's a pretty clear day. There's no storms coming or anything like this.
Potentially someone has done our job for us.
Yeah, it could be very unsettling.
Ongoing. I'll try and find a hill maybe that overlooks the keep where we can see what's going on.
Okay, so is Lauren going to ride ahead perhaps and try to find this hill?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you can do so, I'd say no problem. It's a pretty dense bit of hills there, but yeah, you can see down into towards the keep, and you do see kind of guards mucking about. It looks like they're dragging bodies into a massive burn pile, and it looks like it's been quite a bloody night. And I think from your perch up there, you would be able to see this very small halfling kind of walking around pointing, and hear muffled shouting, but not be, you wouldn't be able to pick up anything specific. But it does not look like a pretty sight.
Okay. So the bodies that are being burnt, do they look armed or do they look like civilians?
No, they look armed. In fact, most of them are wearing the same insignia that the other guards are wearing, same armor types and such.
Okay. So I'll ride back to the party and explain what I've seen, and I guess confirm if we still want to go ahead with our plan. Because now it looks like he has other fish to fry, and maybe he would be more likely to give us what we're looking for.
Yeah, it sounds to me like I mean, what you're explaining, possibly there was a revolt, and he was able to squash it. So I'm sure that us having killed that high-ranking officer is probably beneficial to him. So this could put us in good light with him, maybe.
Okay. So then I guess we'll continue on towards the keep.
Okay, yeah, and no problems arise. It's a bit of a winding little path through the hillside there. It's a wide path, so the wagon and everything makes it no problem. But yeah, as you approach the keep, it's about a mid-sized keep, I'd say. It's not perhaps the largest one that you've been to. But as you approach, the gates, they're all shut tight, and there are guards out front, and they will point and shout as you're approaching. And you can hear kind of like some shouting happening behind the gate there. And then as you get, say, a bit closer, one of the guards will yell at you to halt, and he'll say, declare your business or deal with violence. It's not a good time.
Am I in the front?
I have no idea.
Probably, right?
I think Lauren and Fergus were up front, unless we've
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
So I will explain that we've come to see the Duke, that we helped him last night by killing the captain who was trying to take over his kingdom, and we've come for our reward.
You killed Fredley.
Yes, we did.
No, he didn't. I did. And Fergus walks up towards next to Lauren.
The guard nods, acknowledging the victory there, and he'll say, well, I think I have an inkling of a suspicion of who you are, but I think that Rissian will be quite pleased. Now, I'll let you in under the condition that you don't draw your weapons.
Yeah, you would have seen that.
We're happy.
Fergus would have shouldered his crossbow and stuff down. He wouldn't be carrying it out in the open. So, yeah, all my weapons would be put up for sure.
We'd be much more comfortable if His Grace came out to see us.
Well, he is busy burning the bodies of all those damn rebels trying to take over the keep. But, I suppose
if he wants to burn the captain's body, he'll have to come and see us, I'm afraid.
That's fair enough. And he'll kind of signal to the guard next to him, who will open the gate and run in, shutting it behind him, of course. And you'll wait a few minutes, almost an awkwardly long wait for what should be quick. And then in no time, after that wait, Rissian himself will, or who you assume is Rissian, will appear through the gates. And it's a shorter than usual halfling with a dark mustache that's kind of graying a bit. And he's balding, very much so. But he's walking with his back incredibly straight. This is a man of absolute business. And he'll kind of stop next to the other two guards in stark contrast to their height. And he'll say, the body of Fredley, show it to me.
I go back to Lorsh, I guess, and ask her to bring it forward, the wagon and stuff.
I'm thinking if Lorsh already would have started preparing it for our wagon, though.
Oh, yeah, it might be plastered onto the side there.
That's very possible.
Yeah,
well, I didn't say it though, so I pull it out of the back and probably scrape off some skin, grunting. This is unfortunate. I hold it up and throw it over the brink of the battle wagon.
Yeah, and the little halfling body just kind of plops there. And Rissian points at it and immediately begins laughing. And he says, that bastard Fredley, I knew he would get what was coming for him. Not much of a Not much of an insurgency there. Well, I suppose I do owe you something. Who are you lot? What's your business in this area?
When he says that about Fredley, Fergus is going to approach him, and of course in just a jovial, non-threatening way, and he pulls out this silk handkerchief with the R on it that's got some blood on it that he wiped off of the bolts, and he hands it to him, and he says, "Well, Lord, I am Fergus Budge. I am the one that put the end to Fredley and his evil ways." And if you need any confirmation, you can talk to the people in the tavern there last night. They heard his bragging about how he was going to wipe your blood on this, that he evidently stole this from your lordly room, as I hand him the silken handkerchief with his insignia on it.
Yes, indeed. Follow me. I want to show you all something. And he kind of walks through the gate, and the gate opens up.
Yeah, Fergus follow.
Yeah, Sammy's going to follow on the cow if possible.
Yeah, no one will stop, but you're going to get some very, very odd looks.
I'm coming with the battle wagon, of course.
You will get some very suspicious looks, but they will allow it.
I don't give a shit.
Which doesn't.
No. Okay.
Lauren will follow last, mumbling under his breath about how bad an idea this is.
Right.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, and so you walk in, and Rissian's kind of mumbling, and then he'll start talking louder, and he'll just be pointing, and you'll see scores of dead guards wearing, again, the same insignia of Rissian and his guards there, and his knights, and he'll say, "Yeah, so apparently that bumbling idiot, Fredley, wanted to take over my fiefdom here. But obviously you can see that he messed up." And he's pointing to all these dead guards, and he'll say, "Those are the traitors, the bastards that Fredley was going to pay off with my riches. My riches." I don't know what he thought.
Sammy says.
It's absolutely crazy. We fought all night.
You must be exhausted.
Well, I didn't fight myself. I'm not.
Oh, a strong warrior like you?
I'm more of a warrior of the tongue rather than the sword.
Lorsh grunts on her.
We have that in common, I say, and I kind of like do a little bit of a curtsy and bow.
He mimics it.
Oh God!
Sam, very stupid right now, says, "I hear you are looking for a wife."
Lorsh falls from the battle wagon.
He gets a really devilish smile, and he says, "I don't know how you've heard this fine thing, but this is true."
My friend Lorsh there is single.
And his
Can't
smile
fall again, right?
His smile turns to a very dark frown.
Mine too.
As his eyes meet Lorsh's.
Then she winks. She says, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
perhaps a feast. I'm
feast.
starving.
Oh yes, I'm hungry too. I'm always hungry. I haven't even had first breakfast yet.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Quite
Dreaming of bacon all night.
Oh, bacon. If only we had bacon.
Oh, we don't need bacon.
And that is a nice cow you have there. Is that your offering for the feast, I assume?
Sheila the battle cow makes excellent milk. And she squirts some milk into a cup and drinks it. Would you like some?
He's already holding out his hands.
Yep, I give him a cup of milk.
And he drinks it, and it's all over his mustache, and he doesn't bother licking it off, and he says, "Wow, that is fine milk."
Yes, I have been training her to be a battle cow and milk producer.
A battle cow. This is quite a genius idea.
I know.
Something as short as a cow for us smaller folk is perfect. It's almost like a small. It's like a small. And he can't quite figure out the word that he's looking for. But he is eyeing the cow in envy.
perhaps we will do business in the future with my herd of battle cows, supplying the fiefdom with mounts.
Yes. But now the feast, I suppose I owe you something. I don't know who you lot are, but you've done me a great service, regardless. We'll discuss matters over a feast. That's fine. However, I need to clean up. Might take a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But you're welcome to use my facilities and rest up. And oh, you can even help the guards throw bodies in the fire if you want. Suppose I could allow that. I can see you're itching to help. And he looks at Lauren specifically.
Probably Lorsch.
Yeah, Lorsch.
I would need to be paid for the last service you were doing before I was to do any more services for you.
Oh, payment, of course. Yes, there will be payment, but after we eat. Kind of waves his hand at you in a dismissive way.
And Lauren will just spit and stand there staring at him.
Yeah, and
unpleasantly.
his face goes stone cold, expressionless as you spit, and he says, "Oh, what was that for? That was unnecessary."
And Lauren will just continue to stare at him without saying anything.
You can hear him mumbling some curses under his breath, and he says, "Oh, I see that you're going to be quite the troublemaker."
You know, we're not going to be here for a long time, but we will be here for a good time. So, my cleric friend here needs to do some prayers on the top of the hill over there, so we're going to go out and do that, and we'll be back for the feast.
Ah, but I want you to stay with me, fellow halfling.
Indeed. But, you know, the priests and everything they need there. You know how it is.
He's staring at both of you.
Yeah, you know, you got to do the prayers and stuff so that the feast will be good.
I show my teeth.
Yeah.
He grimaces, yeah, and kind of shies back a bit.
Yeah.
Vigor steps up and says, "Those things are not something I have to concentrate on and need privacy. I will be glad to go ahead and stay in the keep while my friends need to do the things they need to do."
Yes, you look like a welcome addition to my company for the morning. Of course, feel free to help out with the bodies, he says again.
Yeah, and you see Fergus, don't hesitate. He'll go over and help one of the soldiers or whatever.
Yeah, and you can see Rissian is getting quite some enjoyment out of that. Feeling like a true lord there. And he says, "All right, fine, if the rest of you need to go do your prayers," and he does like air quotes with the prayer part. By all means, I suppose do it, but don't be late for first breakfast.
Well, I'm never late for first breakfast, that's for sure. And I ride the cow through the gates.
He waves until you're all gone. So what's the plan there with the I'll say the party going to the hill first? What are you
As soon as we're out of the gates, Laura shouts, "I have done prayers for today, Sammy. You no idea of grooms."
Right. We needed to get away from the keep so we could discuss a plan.
What plan?
Well, clearly the plan to take over the kingdom.
Thought you wanted to marry.
Well, that's one way to do it. But, you know, perhaps there are others. And then I look to you guys.
Anything that involves this halfling, you know, 6 or 8 inches shorter works for Lauren. So, but yeah. He has wound me up even more so than his predecessor. So I'm all in for whatever we decide to do.
Yeah, I understand wanting to be happy if you have an uprising, but he seems a little too much pleasure in burning the bodies for a halfling.
Yeah, weird halfling.
Yeah.
How many people did we see there?
Yeah.
Can we estimate how many soldiers he has?
Yeah, he had probably about 24 or so, plus or minus. You would assume they weren't all out, probably, but
Yeah.
Lorsch looks at Sammy and raises one of her eyebrows and grunts. That's no resistance for us. I can take Maul and smash half of skulls.
Remember, do not smash all the skulls. You need them for the wagon.
Oh, right.
Okay. I think what I can do is I can get close to him tonight using my ample halfling cleavage and try to catch him with the medallion of
Ooh.
I don't know what it's called, the one that turns people to stone.
Yeah.
Medusa amulet. We can try to freeze him into stone.
And then smash wrist.
Well, or perhaps recruit them to work for us.
Do you have a charm?
I also have charm. I could try that first.
That might minimize the resistance. If he was just a little bit more.
Can I turn him to stone after?
Oh, absolutely. But not until after I cut his head off.
Okay.
Once his head has been cut off, you can do what you like with him.
Okay, that seems fair enough. I think we can charm him. I mean, it really depends. It doesn't affect everybody. He may be of strong mind, but we could certainly try. And if that doesn't work, we'll turn him to stone.
I think I have nothing to contribute here. I can speak with dead.
Nice. Actually, that could be very useful. It'd be nice to know what the hell actually went on. Right? Because we don't know if there was really a revolt or what this guy did, or how violent they were, or who they killed. I mean, we should try to get a random body.
Yeah, and I was going to actually say, Marcus, while they're out there doing that, since I'm staying in helping these soldiers, Fergus was actually going to try to ask around and see what he could find and hear any stories from these soldiers about what transpired. So that was something he was going to do.
Yeah, we can shoot over to you for a minute. Yeah, Fergus, I think you'd be hearing, just grumble about the fight and stuff, and having to do the shit work afterwards, no sleep and all this, just general guard grumbling. But if you wanted to ask, any of them, anything in particular, by all means, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, the one that he's probably helping or first started helping him move bodies, I guess he would try to, buddy up to him and, well, you know what? I understand that sometimes, this Captain Fredley, he was a very evil person, of course, from what I heard and the people at the tavern heard in town. But what in the world transpired here to make these hooligans turn against your master? Your master seems like a pretty noble type person and easy to get along with. Well, what would turn them against them?
And as you mentioned, the evil Fredley and all these things, he just kind of grumbles and says, I don't know if I'd call him evil, just he's mad as a loon. Him and Rissian, actually. I think they're both absolutely nuts. Don't repeat that, though. They'll kill me.
Oh, no, we don't need any more death.
No, we don't. Lost a lot of good friends last night, all because of their mad squabbling over who's taller. That's what this is all about. Who's the taller halfling?
It always seems
the same fucking height. They're the same height.
It seems like the short people always have to make up for things. I don't get it.
He's making quite a fuss, but they're absolutely mad. It seems like Fredley just wanted to be the king for a day, as he kept saying, but they took it a bit far.
Well, and speaking, or not speaking, but actually hearing Fredley at that tavern, do you think it's something to do with all this treasure? Is there some maybe cursed treasure that Rissian has?
Oh, yeah. He has quite a treasure store. And he kind of looks around to make sure no one's, listening in as y'all are carrying bodies. And he says, It's quite the treasure store, believe me. In fact, he's always looking for more. He was talking about some party recently, and some travelers in the area with even more treasure he was going to add. And I think that really made Fredley angry because I think Fredley wanted it too. I don't know.
Sometimes the quest for gold turns a man's heart to copper.
He nods in agreement and says, "Oh yeah, I've seen it happen all too often."
And we'll continue. I'll continue helping them and all that. That's good.
All right, very good. And so back to the hill party. What are you all doing?
Okay. Well, I think if we're in agreement of what we're going to do, then we would pretend like the prayers are over. I think we should keep Mendel and Stonebeard hidden as best as possible inside the battle wagon, so people can't see them. However we can do that. It's better than just full.
We can put some skulls over them.
Yeah, skulls or sacks or whatever. We'd probably have something. And once we do that, we could go back in because I think when should we try to get him during breakfast?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So my plan is to I take my jester outfit and I kind of go in and I adjust my moves a little bit. Get them as big as possible. Get a little cleavage going, clean up a little bit, and we're ready.
All right, very good. Yes, you can make it back down, and the guards will, of course, open the gates right up for you. Probably waving this time, not being aggressive.
Nice.
You can pull in, park the wagon, and Rissian will be there to greet you, and he'll say, "Yes, the feast is almost ready."
Fantastic, my lord. I bow a little bit so he can see my cleavage.
Oh yeah, and his eyes go very wide, and he follows them down until they rise back up, and he says, "How is the praying? Are the gods happy?"
Those things are for priests, but maybe you could help me with this. And I pull out the dirty novel that I have.
Ooh, what is this?
And I say, I'm not much of a reader, but perhaps maybe we could look at this together later. And I kind of show him
Oh, a first edition.
Mm-hmm.
You can see his face is turning red, and he says, "Oh, I would love to have you in my reading chambers," as they say.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I kind of set my hand on his shoulder, and I look at him deeply in the eyes, and I use my ring of human control to try to cast charm on him. So if he's below, he has to be up to below six hit dice or below, or else it won't work at all.
Oh, okay. No, he is actually 6 hit dice on the dot.
So he gets a save.
He's level 6, yeah. So he's quite strong. All right, let's see.
I guess he gets a save, right? He must get a save first.
And he fails with a 6.
Okay. Depending on his intelligence, he'll get to resave. Let's see.
Let me roll up a quick intelligence.
New saving throw each day if the intelligence is 13 or greater, every week if it's 9 to 12, or every month if it's 8 or less.
Well, he has a 6 intelligence.
Nice. So once a month he'll get a save. So I got him for a month anyways.
Wow.
So I said, well, the feast will be fantastic. Perhaps though before the feast, you could show me around and we could get a look at the grounds. And I tried to just basically get him to kind of give me a tour so I can start to keep track of, how many soldiers there are and stuff like that.
Yes, of course I'll show you around. What do you want to see?
Well, I would love to see, your the general grounds just to see where. And I'd love to know what would be amazing. I know they're probably tired, but do you think that your soldiers could do like a parade or a show of their arms, like a little a drill?
I suppose a parade is in order. We did have quite the victory over that mad fool, Fredley.
Yes, he was mad.
Mad as a cow.
Yes. Who would think they could overpower such a man as you with the mustache of such thickness?
I look ill.
I've been trying to tell them that for ages now. They just don't seem to get it. Glad someone does. And he stares at your chest.
Mm-hmm. I make sure that my Medusa amulet is not being shown right now, so he doesn't turn to stone.
Oh yeah,
I'd like flip the other way unless it's yeah, that would be bad. So yeah, good. So we basically, I kind of say to the party, you know, say it out loud to say, well, the day is going fantastically. Couldn't have gone better if we had planned it.
I grin.
I look forward to seeing the parade of men and breakfast.
Yes. We will have many breakfasts at once.
Nice.
Shall we head to the dining hall? Are you ready to eat, or would you like more of a tour? I can show you many things.
I'd like to eat, actually.
And he'll clap his hands together and he'll shout, "It is time to eat! To the dining hall!"
Cool.
And he'll begin walking to the dining hall.
All right, I follow.
Are the rest of you following?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if there's any way that on the way there, if I can get up close enough to the rest of the party, I would share with them, helping the soldiers with the disposal job while y'all were making plans on the hill. My understanding is that Lord Rissian definitely has should you say a disease for things of the gold, evidently more so than we do, but evidently it has driven his mind to make unwise decisions. So we definitely need to be careful here, because if he finds out who we are, that they have been looking for us. So step on eggshells.
Well, right now I have the Duke under my charms, shall we say, and I jiggle my jester bells that are in my hat, and let's see where it takes us. And I go.
You'll hear Rissian from down the hall as you're entering the inside the keep there. You'll just hear, "Oh, someone brought eggs," as he rounds the corner.
Nice.
And and following along, of course, you would be led to the dining hall, which is a modest size. It's not it's not super fancy either. It's in fact quite dirty. It looks like there's still some old food on some of the tables.
Oh,
as he walks in, he notices the mess and he says, I guess last night dinner ended a bit abruptly, if you know what I mean." And he'll snap, and some servants will come out and start cleaning the tables. "Now sit. I want you next to me." And he points to you, Sammy.
Yep, I sit there. I want to ask him. Like I get in close and I say, "A powerful duke like yourself, do you have a wizard that guides you and gives you information like some, or do you just use your own massive power of intellect to make decisions?"
Kind of leans back and puts his, clasps his hands together over his belly, kind of a pot belly there, as he leans back in his chair as he sits, and he says, "I'm quite a genius. I'm my own advisor.
Nice.
My own father of sorts, you know." He kind of looks up, staring off.
Yeah, magic sometimes freaks me out. That's why I ask. So I mean, while I'm sure any wizard that you would have would be fine, I try to stay away from such people.
No, I think they're all full of shit, if you ask me. Yeah.
Me too.
Well, it looks like the food is here, and you'll notice that the food is being brought out. It looks like a pretty good amount of food: sausages and bread, rolls, and some fruits and things of varying ages. Lots of wine, some tea. Most things you would expect in a somewhat royal breakfast. and he'll say, "Eat, eat,
Yep,
be merry." Ha
I definitely indulge because I am fat.
Oh yeah, and he would be quiet for quite some time because he would be eating a lot, probably more than he should. Are all of you eating?
Yeah, Lauren won't. He'll just kind of sit at the back, keeping an eye out.
I'm sitting next to you. This is kind of creeping Lorsh out. All this
You're-
merriment and small people. You can't even make a step without accidentally stepping on them. And oh no, this is terrible.
Oh yeah.
Fergus would be nibbling at his plate. I mean, he'd be eating, but not, of course, indulging like some of them are.
Yeah, I think in Mindell would be, eating, but also writing poetry as he does. Stonebeard is just drinking, I think, some wine. He's with you guys, right? Or no, they're still in the.
Yeah, they're high.
We hit them.
Yeah, we should probably
Okay.
get out to them. Yeah,
Right. Well, they're probably still writing poetry back in the wagon. So
right.
Poor dwarf.
yes, just having to listen to it. Oh man, but yeah. So with a mouthful of food, Rissian will say, "Oh, have you heard any interesting rumors lately? I'm always looking for a good rumor. I'm always looking to increase my stock of valuables, as they say." And he's getting tipsy.
I heard there was a dragon to the north that was slayed by a mighty halfling, actually.
Oh,
Oh, yes, I slayed it myself.
Oh, it was you.
Yes, they brought me to it. It was nothing.
Very good, very good. I'd love to hear those stories. Drink up, and I try to get him to drink more wine. I'm kind of drinking, but not going crazy.
Yeah, and he thinks that you're like drinking to match him, so he'll chugging wine, slopping all
Is
over
there
the
any
place.
guards in the room or anyone else in the room?
Yeah, there are 2 guards kind of posted around the doors. There's 2 exits, one probably to the kitchen and then one where you came in. Yeah, so there are a couple guards there. They look like they're kind of relaxed. They don't look particularly, pissed off or anything.
Okay.
This is probably a normal morning for them.
So I am going to try to get him. I'm going to reinforce the idea that I would love to see a full drill of all of his soldiers after we eat.
Oh, yes, after we eat, of course, the parade. And he'll signal to one of the guards to say, "Go fetch the guard captain and get a parade going." Then the other guard will kind of scratch his head and say, "Well, but the captain, Fredley, he's dead, yeah?" And Rissian will say, "Oh, yeah, I suppose he is. Well, you're the captain now. Go get the parade going. Get the men out in the courtyard. Get them ready." And the other guard will kind of nod, confused, but he'll nod and he'll leave and presumably go get the rest of the keep ready for some sort of parade. "How is that, my young lass?" Rissian will say, looking at you, Sammy.
Very impressive, my lord. Very impressive.
Yes, I'm known to be quite impressive. Are you enjoying your food?
I'm enjoying it, actually, and the wine is so good. Here, I have some more. So I'm gonna flip to the dirty dommel, to a part of it where there's some kind of like sexy bondage, chapter, and and I'll kind of lean into him and I'll be like, "Have you ever tried anything like this?" And I kind of explain, like tying him up.
Ah, the maze of leathers, as they call it. I've always wanted to. Oh, how immodest of me to say, but yes, I would love to.
I mean, maybe it's rude to leave the breakfast, but your lordship has made me very curious about such things. And as it turns out, and I kind of pull out some rope.
He looks at the rope and his eyes get wide in excitement, and he throws back the rest of his like fourth cup of wine or whatever it is at this point, and through near cross-eyed eyes, he says, "Ah, let me show you to my dungeon."
I turn back to the as subtly as possible. I turn back to the rest of the party and I wink, and then I go with him.
And he falls out of his chair.
Oh, I hope not.
Very good.
I actually stumble as well, like I'm falling. So then we both kind of go on the ground together, and then I start laughing, and I help him up.
Yes, yes. And as he walks past, let's say, Lorsch. Give me a second to collect my stuff. He puts his hand on your shoulders and says, "You have no idea what you're missing." And he just keeps walking.
On mine?
Yes.
Lord,
You're the only other
there.
female in there, so
Yeah.
he gravitates.
She's sitting there with an open mouth, disbelieving what just happened.
Yes, this creepy little halfling with wine dripping from his mustache and food around his mouth. Yeah.
I lean over to my companion and I whisper, "He's going just over to my kneecaps. What is he talking about?"
Yes, and in Rissian's mind, he probably thinks that he like patted your shoulder, but it's probably your hip or something. He's really he's pretty sloshed. He's pretty drunk. So yeah, he'll begin leading Sammy out. I guess down towards the cells there, the actual dungeon. He's a bit confused.
That's even better. My plan is to get him somewhere alone and then basically and get him.
Yeah. And as you get to like the door that leads to the stairwell heading down, he'll slap his guard next to you and say, "Stay here. We have private business to attend to." And he'll head down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. A giggle.
He belches.
Nice.
This is terrible.
Yeah, so you'll make it down there, no problem. It's not very deep. Very short steps. And yeah, so what's your plan, Sammy? He's
so
kind
I mean, if it's an actual dungeon where I can like put him in the in the actual like a stockade or something, like a stocks or chains on the wall, I'll use that. If not, I'm just gonna tie him up.
Yeah, it has like a.
I'm gonna strip him naked, of course.
But yeah, no, there's like a pillory there. I think that's what it is. Yeah, pillory. The thing where you can put your head in and your wrist in. Yeah, the wooden.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'll say, the pleasures we will have, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in that, and then I'm gonna actually take like a rag or something, and I'm gonna like gag him.
Yes, and he's gonna keep talking as you gag him, kind of half passed out there.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, I have something really fun. I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna head up to the. I'm gonna leave him. Just lock up in there.
Very good. And as you get to the top, the guard up there will stop you and say, "Oh, where's Lord Rissian?" If I dare ask.
We're and I acting really shy. I'm like, we're the halfling things, if you know what I mean. He wanted to not be disturbed.
Halfling things, eh? Oh, I don't even want to ask. Well, as long as he's comfortable.
Oh, he was very comfortable.
Well, don't keep him waiting. He has a very short temper.
Yes.
He kind of winks as he says short temper.
Yeah.
Then he realizes he's talking to a halfling.
She laughs anyways, as if you would laugh, even though like you're insulted. But she's
yeah, he laughs nervously, realizing his mistake.
I put him on the list of the guards that we're not going to recruit, but rather kill. And then so I say to him, this might obviously you are sworn to secrecy by the Duke, but he requested a riding crop.
That's peculiar.
It seemed odd at the time, but could you get that for me?
Well, I guess if it's for the Duke, I have to.
I'll be likely to come back here before you, so could I get the keys?
He laughs as he turns and begins walking. No.
Okay.
One request at a time.
All right. As he's walking away, I cast sleep on him.
No. Let's see.
Hopefully, it works.
Yep, rolled a 6. He drops.
I grab him by his feet and drag him back down to the bench. I guess I don't want the Duke to see him per se, so I'll get him inside the door, but not all the way to where the Duke is.
Yeah, you would still hear kind of the gagged mumbling.
Yeah, and I'll be like, "I'll be right there," and I'm gonna tie this guard up and gag him as well.
Very good. All right, so what about the rest of you, or Sammy? Or Sammy, what is your plan? Are you heading back
Now,
up?
yeah, my plan is to get with the rest of the party somehow, but you can see what everybody else is doing first. I'm also deciding if I should kill this guy or not. I think I'll just leave him incapacitated for now. So for now, I'm tying him up. He's good. You can whatever else everybody else is doing.
Okay.
Hopefully, they realize I'm like setting the plan in motion.
Yeah, so we'll shoot to the dining hall. There's still one guard in there, but he looks kind of bored. He's yawning and such. What are the rest of you doing?
So I would like to tell the guard that we need to speak to the captain and to go and fetch the new captain for us.
But you heard, Rissian, the new captain is getting a parade going.
Yes, but it's imperative that we speak to
him. How imperative? And he kind of holds out his hand.
My kind of man. So I will drop him a gold piece and tell him that there's more like that if he does me more favors from time to time.
Fair enough. And he pockets the gold piece and hastily heads out to go find the new captain. So what's the plan there?
So the plan is when the captain comes in, I'm going to close the door behind him and we are going to have a little chat. Okay. That will hopefully go well, and failing that, we are going to Lorsh is going to have an extra skull for her battle wagon.
Very good.
Sounds good. Okay, so we'll say the captain comes in, led by the bride guard. The captain will say as he enters, "Oh, I hear there's a bit of a lone stir in here, eh?" Kind of looking around, with a stupid grin on his face.
So I will close the door and stand at the door so that he can't escape, and I will very, very briefly explain that there has been a change in management, and that those who accept the new management will do very well out of it, and those who do not will perish. And I can see that the captain is a very wise man, and I would see that he would definitely be willing to join us in this endeavor, because as he knows, Rissian has lost his mind and is not good for the fiefdom. I'll pull out 50 gold coins and just say, this is the kind of gold that we have available to share with our soldiers. And we will see what he does.
We'll say he's pretty intrigued, especially with the 50 gold offer. And he'll say, well, what is it you want me to do?
What we need to do is understand how many of the soldiers are left and how many of them would be willing to work for a new master, and how many of them are very, very loyal to Rissian. And we would then need your help to separate them into 2 separate groups, so that the group who are loyal to us will get well paid, and the group who are not loyal to us will get well dead.
Well, I do have most of us out there arranged in the parade. I suppose I can do some adjustments. Give me, I don't know, 20 minutes. If there's more gold, I think you might have a deal. Rissian is not paying us. He has so much treasure, but he doesn't pay us very well. I don't trust him. He's a loon.
So I'll give him the 50 gold pieces and tell him that there's plenty more where that came from. But that if we are betrayed, that everyone he's ever known will join him in the afterlife.
Fair enough. You've bought yourself loyalty. He'll turn to leave. So I think what he's going to do is go arrange who he trusts with who he distrusts outside in the parade ranks, basically. So he's going to get on that, yeah.
Okay. So does he have any indication of volumes?
Probably, but he didn't say anything.
Okay.
So that'll be a bit of a mystery for now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll wait and see.
Very good.
So other than that, I think we'll just wait for Sammy to get back.
Okay, sweet. And do y'all want to take like a quick $5? I need to make a quick bio break. Too much coffee there.
Sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, sweet. Be back in about 5.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep, I'm here too.
Sweet.
Yeah, me too.
Are Daniel and Micah back? Does not appear so.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
I know. It's all
You
good.
want chocolate milk?
Very good. Ooh, I want chocolate milk now.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to run to the store later. Let's see. No rush though.
Is she asleep again?
Maybe so. Maybe so, actually.
Does
It has happened quite a bit.
Yep. Okay.
This is a wild adventure.
Yeah. It's taking an interesting turn so far. We'll see where it ends up.
I'm very curious.
Mhm.
I've never had an NPC tied up in a BDSM kind of foreplay deal, so that's
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
It's a new one for me.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. I think we're all back. So, all right, nice. So, all right. So I guess we'll shoot the Sammy. What are you doing? You've just walked these guys down there.
Okay, so I think I definitely want to go back to get the party. So I'm gonna say to the Duke, all this play makes me thirsty, and we didn't bring any wine. I'm gonna get a bottle. I'll be right back. And then I give him a little spank on the tush, and then I head up. I take the keys with me, obviously. And I lock the door to the dungeon.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you can definitely lock it up. Okay, very good.
Yep, and I'm gonna head back. You know, I kind of stick the keys, like I hide them on my body so that they don't see me just walking down the corridor with the keys in my hand.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'm gonna quickly make my way back to the feast, hoping that there's not like a big fight going on there or something, because I don't really know.
Right.
So I don't know at what point I show up, but that's basically what I do.
Okay, so we'll say you're showing up maybe as the other guard, the new captain or what have you, is probably already walking down the hallway out, towards the courtyard there.
Okay.
So you can
I
walk in.
I kind of try not to make eye contact and walk past him.
Yeah, he doesn't pay you any mind. He looks like he's on quite a mission.
Cool.
So what is he playing now?
Yeah, so I pop into the dining room and I say, there's still one guard in there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But he seems to be just kind of in on it at this point. He's been paid a gold.
So I see everybody and I say, the Duke requests some more wine. What's going on up here?
Well, I will pat the guard on the back and say, our very good friend here has joined us, and we have spoken to the captain, and he will either join us and help us root out the troublemakers, or he will betray us and we will have to kill him and everyone else. And only time will tell which of those two is the most likely outcome.
Fantastic. I will then secure the Duke and be back. And at that, if nobody else says anything to me, I will go down and I'm going to go back to where the Duke is. And I'm going to get up in front of him, with my bottle of wine. Like I'm pouring my glass of wine. And I'm going to kind of entice him with my cleavage. This time with the Medusa amulet, right smack dead in the middle.
Okay, let me see. Does he get a save after a
He save versus turn stone.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, god damn it. A 5.
All right.
He turns to stone with a glint in his eye.
Perfect.
Yeah. And a stupid expression on his face.
Yeah. So I actually take out my lipstick and I put some lipstick on and I give him a big kiss on the cheek. And then I head back to the party. I should have taken Lorsch with me to carry him.
Yeah, but Lorsch would have become blind.
Yeah, probably.
So I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, so he's basically in the stocks, like bent over with his his bum out. And I come back up and I say to them, I kind of explain the situation, and I say, "Do you think we should bring the statue of the Duke out as part of our show, or should we just wait?" Could be like a show of strength to show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we can get him. I'm thinking too. What we need to do is build like a little platform in the center of the keep and put him on it as a permanent statue.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, I think once are we waiting for a signal or something from the?
We're just expecting the guard to come back when the parade is ready.
Okay. So I guess that's what we're waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, so we'll say you can just a little time will pass, maybe 15, 20 more minutes.
Okay, if it's gonna be that long.
Yeah, it'll be about 20 minutes.
All right, so if it's gonna be a bit, I think I want to try to make my way, if that's okay, to the battle wagon, with some to let Mendel and Stonebeard know what's going on, and also to give them some food because I feel bad that they haven't eaten.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I don't think anyone would be suspicious of you at this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it under the guise of feeding the animals.
I think. Yeah, and as you walk out, actually, you would see in the courtyard area. It's a pretty large courtyard, I'll say, but that the captain is just finishing up. It looks like filling out 2 lines, guards, or 2 sections rather, each with a couple rows. And he looks pretty pleased, and depending on how long feeding and stuff, he's going to be heading back in, presumably to go tell the rest of the party.
Okay. So I see him doing this. Is he close to the battle wagon, or is he pretty far away?
He's decently far away. I mean, within earshot, but
Okay, but is he within 60 feet? The reason why I'm asking is because if he's close, I'm going to ask Mendel to cast ESP on him. But if he's more than 60 feet away, it won't work.
Yeah, he's within 60, I'll say.
All right, so I'm gonna, as I give Mendel some food, I say, could you utilize your mind reading skills to see if this the captain there is legit, or what his plans are?
And Mendel says, yes, let me finish up this this little poem. It's called "Catch This Daddy-O."
Oh, perfect.
You like to hear it? Yes.
I lift my maul a little bit.
From inside the keep, you just sense.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm not there. Sorry.
It's just
I feel it. I feel it when that happens.
It's a very bad feeling. Oh yes. And he says, "When by shapes my words are known, I try. Let this be the end at last. Love is still dry, swirling and moving like an arm in a cast."
I say, that brings a tear to my eye. Lorsch will definitely love that one.
I wrote it for her. She moves me.
I believe it.
Where do you get that shit from?
It's casting a spell. Let's see. Who is my target?
So I show him the through the hole in the battle wagon or whatever. I point to the captain.
This man, yes, he does not look to have much mental fortitude. And he kind of raises his hands and shuts his eyes. And he starts mumbling some nonsense gibberish. And let's see. I've never actually used ESP. Let's see how this works.
Yeah, it's on page 21.
What's he want? There it is. ESP. Detect service thoughts. Yes, yes. Okay. Duration is 1 turn per level. What level is Mendel? He's like 5 or 6. 8
or 6. Yeah, 8. Yeah, he's high level. Yeah, which is actually that's a long time. That's 80 minutes. So
yeah, so he can just kind of listen in for the next 80 minutes whenever he chooses. So
yeah,
just let me know if you need to read his surface thoughts. But
yeah, I want to know immediately, like while he's getting the troops ready, if he's thinking like, oh, I'm going to set this up to kill these guys, or if he's thinking, oh, this is good, or whatever he's thinking.
He's thinking of gold, basically. Mendel's like, oh, he's thinking of coin purses and riches.
Okay. That could go either way, really. So, all right. So I asked Mendel to keep an eye on his thoughts if he sees them, and if it seems like he's going to attack us or something, to drop him with a magic missile.
Of course, if he's that much of a threat.
Mm-hmm. It's always good to kick out the leader quickly.
Yes,
yes. Lord just taught me. And then I go back.
Lord. More inspiration. Thank you.
Yes, for another poem.
I am on it immediately.
All right.
He's already jotting down here.
Nice. All right, and then I'll go back to the party. And I tell them that it seems like he's thinking about gold, which could be taken as he's happy that we're going to pay him off, or that he's going to try to take the gold from us, because remember, the Duke himself has a lot of gold. So it's hard to say, but he's definitely motivated by greed.
Okay, well, the Duke has never given him anything, so that's hopefully an indication that he is on our side.
All right.
But I guess only time will tell.
Exactly. And Lorsch hasn't smushed anybody today. So.
And as you say that, the door opens and the captain walks in, looking quite proud, and he says, I've arranged those who I trust and those who I don't in the parade. And he bows.
Oh, I love a parade.
As do I. Now, about my payment, I feel like really putting myself at risk here. If this goes bad, I might be out a few.
So I asked him how many people does he trust? How many people can we count on?
Well, out of the 22 guards that are left, I trust about 12 of them, to be completely honest. Not including myself.
Okay. So that is somewhere in the region of 11. Okay. No, 10? 9? God, I'm bad at maths. Okay. So just say 10 per MC. Okay, so of the 10, is there any that he thinks would be persuaded by gold?
Oh no, they're the worst lots. They were the closest to Rissian.
Okay.
Special little bunch.
Okay. And how will we know which bunch is which?
Well, his bunch, of course, is in the left side, the left column of the parade. The guys I trust are on the right side, because the right is right, you know?
Okay.
Is that the right as we face the parade, or if we're in the parade?
And he looks kind of confused. He says,
How about this? Stand with the good guys.
Yes. Exactly my suggestion.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Indeed. So I think with 10 foes, we may want to drop some magic on them, guys.
Yes, I think so.
Right. Now, do we want to present the Duke as our opening act here, or do we want to bring him on after?
I feel there is a value to everyone knowing that the Duke is no longer alive.
Okay.
That it may. I still think that we should offer these 10 guys, the sight of the Duke deceased, and an understanding that they would only be fighting for revenge ultimately, I guess, because there's no chance of saving him. So I think that it makes sense. I just don't understand how we're going to bring him out without. We need to just kind of element of surprise. We kind of need to bring him out covered up or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we gotta cover him, bring him out. Perhaps if it's a parade, we can bring him out and put him on like the street or something on the opposite street, so the parade marches to him. Right, so they come around the corner and then they see him there, and I can be with him.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And you guys can be, because you're archers, right? You're a good archer, and so is Fergus. So maybe you guys can be set up to shoot arrows from a distance.
Yeah. And
myself and Lorsch can be standing there with the Duke.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, myself and Fergus can get to the high ground.
Yeah, and then we'll put up high too, and he can drop the ice storm on them if needed.
Yes. So if you send him with me, he can find a high ground that I can look after him.
Perfect. So that's what we will do.
Okay.
So that's the plan, if that makes sense. Well, I guess Lorsch will help me if you're okay with that. I could carry the Duke out to the street.
Yep.
And we'll wait for the parade to come.
Okay, very good. And I guess the guard captain will go kind of get the parade in motion. Yeah. So if you want to just describe kind of how you do this, yeah, go through
it. So myself and the wizard are up on the wall, on the inside of the wall, overlooking Stanley and the statue.
Okay, now how's the statue getting out?
Lorsch is going to carry it.
Okay. Is it going to be covered or anything? You're just going to carry the statue?
I think we'll cover it to get it to the street, just in case somebody sees us. But obviously, it'll be uncovered when we
should uncover it as soon as the parade comes into.
Yeah, when they come around the corner, I'll like pull it off with a flourish. You know, I'm a jester and all that.
Okay, yeah.
Gonna make a show out of it.
And Fergus, where are you? You're up there with.
I'm gonna be up either on a building roof or somewhere where I can halfway hide, and I got that guard to get me about 20 more crossbow bolts as I've set up to take range at.
Nice.
Yeah, it sounds very good. Okay, so yeah, we'll say the parade begins, and the guard captain is, of course, standing with the 12 other men that he trusts.
So I guess before this actually goes down, let me just say that. So I guess we have the idea here is that when the parade comes around, I'm going to try to speak to them. As soon as they show any kind of aggression, the fighters are gonna, I guess, and the magic people are gonna drop spells on the bad guys. All right. Just for that.
Yes, that is our plan.
All right.
Okay, yeah, it sounds good. And it's not like an incredibly large area that this parade's happening in, because it's literally just a display of the guards for you guys. But yeah, we'll say it starts, and the guards are kind of looking around a bit nervously, not knowing where Rissian is. It's probably been a while since anyone's seen him. And you can hear the captain kind of shouting orders, like marching orders and all this. And yeah, they're getting pretty close to where you all are. So how do you want this to go down?
So basically when they see, so they're looking like down the street and they see Lorsch and myself, and I guess between us and slightly in front is this cloth that's covering the Rissian.
Yeah.
And as soon as they get close, I have my bullhorn so I can speak really loud. So as soon as they get like where I know they can see, I pull the cloth off with a flourish, and I have my bullhorn, and I say, "Soldiers of the fiefdom, you are freed from the tyranny of Rissian. You may choose to stay and serve under your new lords, or leave in peace. The third option you do not want to take." And then I wait for a reaction.
And you can see them come to a stop, of course, and the guard captain kind of steps back and begins shouting at those in his line, and you can see that he's barking orders to draw their swords at the other group. and the other group is kind of scrambling, and you can tell that there is a very obvious divide in attitudes. So the guard captain did pretty well.
Nice.
And yeah, so it's starting to turn into chaos quite quickly. So before they start slashing at each other or something, they're just shouting right now in confusion at each other. But does anyone want to take any actions?
Yeah, they're going to go into a big cluster. Then I think Mendel would drop the ice storm before they do because he doesn't want to hit the good guys. So he'll do that. If he can. Is there enough space for him to do that? 20-foot radius. Can I do that without hitting everybody else? Or is the space too small?
Let's see, you would maybe have to like shout to get the guard captain to move, but because they're marching like pretty close.
Yeah, so maybe that wouldn't work then. All right, so maybe he shouldn't do that.
You can kill them all if you want. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Mendel would do that. He's like the bad wizard that's turned good or whatever. I don't think he wants to just like randomly kill people. So instead, he will not do that, and he'll wait for the guys with the crossbows to shoot.
Okay. Sweet.
So does anyone look like a ringleader in the enemy group?
Not in particular. I mean, there's like maybe a couple who are bigger than the other ones, but they don't look any more like higher ranked or anything.
Okay, so there doesn't seem to be anyone kind of in charge.
Nah, they're all just kind of chaotic right now. They're confused.
Okay, so I think that I will just shoot at one of them and see if I can add to the confusion, maybe take out a few. All
right, yeah, go for it.
See how this goes. So that's 29, so I presume that's a hit for 8 points of damage.
Oh yeah, you drop one. You drop one of them. I'll say yeah. Very good.
Guacamole.
Yeah, and it plucks him, let's say, like right between the eyes. He falls, adding to the confusion and chaos, and the guards are kind of scrambling, and all swords are drawn at this point, and both groups are about to, go blow to blow. So if anyone else wants to shoot or cast something, we can do that. And then I guess we'll do like an initiative.
If I'm close... Oh, you go first. You're up on the roof.
I was just going to say, yeah, if it looks like that the bad group is still wanting to engage after that, yeah, Fergus would try to take one of them out to try to calm some of their... Oh, yeah, it's going to be a 22 to hit with 3 damage.
All right, very good. Yeah, it's not going to quite bring him down, but yeah, you do definitely hit another one. So one of those 9. Okay, who else?
Okay. If they're close enough for Sammy to sling, she'll sling as she kind of steps behind the little statue and she can cover. Are they close enough for my sling?
What's the range?
Sling range is, 90 at long range, but 30 is short or 60 is normal.
Okay, yeah, no, they're within, I think they're probably about 40 to 50 feet away from you.
Okay, so the normal range.
Yeah.
So just 13.
That's going to be just shy. They have 14.
Yeah, so she throws a sling stone, but it does not hit.
What about Lorsh? Do you want to do anything?
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, I'm considering myself the guardian of the small one here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm basically standing in front of her, or a little bit to the side, so I don't want to be pelted with sling bullets. But yeah, I don't have interesting shit here. I'm waiting for one of them to rush for Sammy.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so we'll see what happens during the initiative. So I guess we can go ahead and roll initiative.
I'm a 6.
5 for me.
4.
Wow. 6, 5, 4. Oh, 4. So double 4s.
Oh wow! And they both have a 6 and a 4 each group. So, okay, so we'll start with the 6s. So the first guard group, which is the captain's group, had a 6, as well as who's Sammy. Yeah. So both of y'all can go simultaneous.
Okay, I guess I'll just sling again because I'm going to stay where I am unless I need to move. Well, first I'll die there. That time it's a 17 for 3 points to one of the bad guys.
Okay. Anyone in particular? Do you want to?
I don't know that I could really aim at this point. I mean, I'm so far away. If I can, I'll get the guy that has a crossbow bolt stuck in him. But if it's not, then I hit whoever's closest, I guess.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll say you just hit a random one, but yeah, so 3 damage. That's fine.
Nice.
Okay, very good. All right, so we'll have the captain and his guys. There's a total of 13 of them. Let me see how I'm going to do that. But they're going to start a flurry of blows against the other guys. So let me roll up a few of these real fast. I think I'm just going to clump them together, though. So... All right, all 4 groups of 3 guards miss. And then the captain himself, the new captain, he will hit with his sword. We'll say on the crossbow guy, 1 damage, so it will not drop him. All right, so the 5, I think Lauren, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just take 2 shots. And that's a natural 20 and a natural 1.
Wow.
So the 20 takes 11 damage, and then I don't know what you want to do for the 1.
Yeah, the 1 you'll just lose the arrow, and the 11 damage. Let's see. All right, that'll drop another
13
guard.
damage.
Oh, 13. Wow, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot they're humanoid. Yeah, so
that's good. Yeah, so 2 of them have been dropped. Not bad. And the 4s. Yeah. So now the rest. So we have the other guard group, Fergus and Lors. So what do y'all want to do?
Oh, I can do one thing. I can bless you, Sammy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't even sneeze.
What?
I didn't even sneeze.
Oh, man.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, I've never been doing my bad joke.
Grade 1. Probably you're the only one who is in 50 feet radius, right? Jim?
I don't know. Well, the bad guys or the good group of
yeah, a group of us. Yeah.
I don't know where the other PCs
Yeah,
are.
the other PCs might be a little out of range.
Damn, but you get +1 on the attack roll, which would have made you hit last time. So,
Yeah, so
and +1 on your saves.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, what about Fergus?
Yeah, he's going to unload another crossbow bolt and try to hit the same guy that already has 1 in him. 15 to hit.
Yeah, definitely.
And he'll take 4 damage this time.
Let's see. Very nice. Yeah, he's not looking too good. Very low. And, all right, so let me roll for the enemy attacks real fast. Okay, and only 1 cluster hit, so that's going to be... Oh, wow. Okay, so that'll drop. All right, so that's going to drop 2 of the good guards from those flurries. Mark that down. Okay, sweet. So, yeah, so there are... Yeah, only a couple down. Sweet. All right, yeah, so there's 10 left plus the captain on your side. So back to the top, the 6s. So we'll just start, let's see, with Sammy.
Okay, I will once again sling. Nope, the bless didn't help me because I rolled a 2.
Close but no cigar. Let's see how the guards do. And a single hit. Let's see. 8 points of damage to one of the other guards, and yeah, that's going to drop him. Very nice. All right, cool. So yeah, 3 of the enemy guards are down. As we go to the 5, I think this is Lauren.
Okay, so just 1 shot. So that's a hit for 8 points of damage.
Oh, nice. And that's not going to bring him down, but yeah, nice hit. Let's go to the 4s. So we'll start with Lorsingen.
I think I'm running forward now. And
Okay.
No.
okay, then not. Okay, I just step to the side, hammer ready.
She gestures towards Mendel, who you see waiting at the top, holding a spell.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Very good. So I think, and then we have Fergus, yo.
Yep, never crossbow bolt. Try to take this guy out. Yeah, it's going to be like a 21 to hit. 4 damage again.
On the same one, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, yep. So that will drop this guy. So that's 4 of them down. And so these guards, let's see, there's only 6 left. We'll say that they're going to start kind of dispersing. Maybe a couple of them are going to start heading to Lorsch and Sammy, but that's going to take, they're going to use that movement. The other 4 will attack the guards in front of them. Oops. All right, so 2 of them land hits. Let's see. 3 damage, 1 damage. Okay, so they do some blows, but they don't drop anyone. As we go back to the top, we'll start with Sammy.
Okay, well, Sammy's going to sling one of the guys running towards me, and Mendel's going to magic missile him if he doesn't go down. 4 point. If I hit, which I did probably with the 18.
Yep.
4 points of sling.
Okay, it's not going to drop him, but he's not looking good.
Okay, and Mendel shoots a magic missile at him, which I think is just 1. I probably should look that up before I...
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I did not play...
3 at 7th level, so he has 3 magic missiles.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Single cast spells, he usually targets a single creature or several creatures. Single missile can strike only 1 creature. Targets missiles. Okay, so I guess he's going to do 1 at the guy that got hit and 2 at the other one.
Okay, yeah.
And I guess they auto hit, right? Because that's magic missile.
Yes.
And of course, I closed the page, so I don't know how much damage they do. I'm assuming it's a d6. Okay, so the guy that would just get hit with the sling takes 6 points of damage from that magic missile.
Oh, he drops, yeah.
And the guy that didn't get hit takes, oh my god, 2 6s in a row. So that's 14 points of damage from magic missile.
Wow. Yep. And yeah, so you drop both of them. Damn.
Yeah.
They're not very strong for what it's worth. Okay, so...
Okay, Sammy gives a little like thumbs up to Mendel.
Mendel acknowledges it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sorry, Lorsch.
What?
Sorry, Lorsch.
Yeah.
You didn't kill any of them.
Let me roll for the guards. There's only 4 enemy guards left. Let's see. We have 1 hit. Let's see. 6 points, and it's not going to drop him, but that guy's not looking good. As we go to the 5, Lauren.
Okay, so is there still guards moving towards Sammy?
No, they both died.
Okay, so then I just want to throw 2 shots into whatever's left. And that is 2 hits, 1 for 6 points of damage and 1 for 12 points of damage.
Are they on different enemies?
Yeah. If there's multiple enemies left.
Yeah, there's 4, so we'll say the 13 drops 1, and the 6 does not drop one of the unwounded ones. As we go to the 4s, so we'll start with Lorsch.
I'll look at Sammy.
And she puts a finger up like 1 second.
I'll let my head hang.
Very good. And Fergus.
I'm going
Yep, they got another target for crossbow.
All right. Let's see.
14, does that hit?
Yep, that hits on the dot. Yep.
6 damage in, max damage.
Oh, nice. Yep. So that'll drop this one. I think that was one of the wounded ones. Yep. So there's only 2 left, and they're both hurt at this point. As it's their turn, I think they're going to... Let's do a morale check. Yeah, they failed pretty bad, so I think they're just going to surrender. Honestly, they're going to drop their weapons, and there's only 2 left, and they're both hurt pretty bad.
Okay.
So you can take actions if you want, otherwise you're out of combat.
Yeah. So Mendel is gonna, before this ends, he was on the word Sammy was reading this guy's mind the whole time. The captain of the ones that are supposed to be on our side. Is he sensing that he might betray us? Or is he sensing that he's going to be loyal as long as we pay him?
Loyalty, big time.
Okay, then he does not drop the ice drunk that he just was waiting to do the whole time. All right, so then now I go. When he kind of looks at Sammy and Sammy nods, and then she looks at Lorsh and she goes, "Okay," and she starts to walk forward.
I'll take that as a run forward and take off ahead.
Yep, do it.
Okay. Yeah, I attack one of those.
Okay, yeah. I'll let you do auto damage because he's not really resisting.
Boom!
Describe how you knock his head off.
With a big swing while running and passing by, and basically again doing that mistake, crunching the skull. And now she looks happy again. She was a little bit sad during the fight.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful kill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done, Lorsh. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, with that, you're completely out of combat. There's only one guy left, and he's looks like hell, bleeding out pretty bad. Yeah, so what do you want to do? The guard captain's probably tying this man, and then tending to his wounds, whatever, carrying him out. But
okay. So I guess we need to find out from the guard captain as soon as that we can whether or not the guy that I have tied up in the basement is going to be. What do you think? And if not, we'll take him. We'll let Lorsh have another head.
The guard says, "Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'll let you use your best discretion."
Okay. Remember, Lorsh, don't crush the skull.
Oh, damn! I'll look sadly back at the last one.
Yeah.
And I go into the basement and take care of that one as well.
Let's see how the head turns.
Just to be safe.
Yeah.
I'll say you managed to only barely crack the skull, but you don't smash it.
Okay. Still good enough for the wagon.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So that's that now. It's time for second breakfast.
Oh,
This is true. The food is all still out, but it is cold, and the servants and everyone are, the chef and all this, they're all kind of hiding after hearing the battle. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely help yourself to whatever food you find. The keep is basically yours for the moment, presumably.
Yeah, I think we want to go to the Duke's room, and we want to figure out where his treasure is and get all that sorted out.
Yeah.
Even though I am hungry.
Okay, so what's the order of business? You want to eat first, or do you want to go look for the treasure?
No, I guess we should look for. I mean, if it's okay, I think those guys probably will look for the treasure. I'm just gonna get like a turkey leg, and then I'll meet them there.
Yeah. Plenty of food. All right. So, let's see. You do know. I guess. Well, let me see. Do you want to ask like a guard to show you, or do you want to just kind of go look around?
No, I guess we'll talk to the captain, right? He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and he'll say, "Oh yeah, the Duke. He had all of that treasure in a secret chamber, supposedly up by his room. Never let any of us near it, obviously, but we heard him. He's quite a braggart, or he was."
Do you think he was a sort of cunning individual who might have trapped his treasure?
Well, I mean, you've met him. He's quite the genius, so...
And Laura will just wink at Fergus and say, "You're up."
Yeah, I guess we have to. If the captain doesn't know the door location, I guess I'm going to have to try to find it first.
The captain can show you, Fergus or whoever. He can show you to where the room is on the second floor.
You know what I want to do, Marcus? Actually, while this is going on, we don't have to like role play it, but I'm gonna find out from the captain, and this will also keep him distracted. Like how much they were getting paid, et cetera, and I'm gonna so that we can pay them more. Like I'm gonna basically try to work out that part.
Okay, yeah, I'll figure that out.
Is
Just so
it
they're
our
being
plan?
distracted with that. Yeah.
Is it our plan, Sammy, to take ownership of this life?
Yeah, I think so, right?
And how far are we from our theater and our other holdings?
From like your main city with like you're a couple days ride, yeah.
Okay, so close enough that we can just.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it won't be like a terrible trek back.
And maybe what we'll do is we'll just take the fights in between where we are in town, so that we're just getting closer and closer to town as our fighting gets bigger, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. So, Fergus, you'll be brought up, I guess by yourself, unless anyone else is going, but to the Duke's
I'll go with him
chambers.
because he has sticky fingers.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. So yeah, both of you can go up, and whoever else wants to. And yeah, the captain of the guard will bring you up to his chambers, and they're not locked, for whatever reason. And yeah, it's a pretty large room. It's quite decorative. There's tapestries hanging, a couple bookshelves, chests of drawers and such, a messy bed, a very large bed, obnoxiously large for the size of the man who used it. So yeah, that's and the guard will say, yes, I think it's somewhere around here, but quite frankly, I have no idea. It's very secretive, that mad little genius.
Well, let's see if we have any luck at finding it this morning. And I guess I'm going to start looking for a secret door.
Lauren will start looking under the bed and around the bed and under the mattress and stuff.
Okay, yeah. If y'all can both roll d6s.
That's a 1 for me.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, all right. So, let's see, Lauren, as you're over there, kind of by the bed, you do notice that on the bedpost, it feels like the top of the bedpost, like it's a big wooden ball, basically, like decorative on each corner. One of them appears loose. In Fergus, I think you would spot behind one of the tapestries, perhaps a very faint outline of a door or passageway.
Okay.
Yeah, I would start working on it then.
And I would like to try and work with the ball on top of the bedpost to see if it can come off, or if it's a trigger of some description or something like that.
No, it is in fact the trigger itself, and we'll say you mess with it as Fergus is kind of messing with the wall there, and the wall does begin to kind of open up inwards. Into a hidden passage.
Is it dark or?
It is quite dark, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to, I guess take out my lamp then and light it up as I move in.
And I will light a torch. Or I have a skull torch that I'll just pull out of my backpack.
How did you get that past Lorsch?
Skull torch.
I never showed anyone what I had. But someday you'll find something I want and we can trade.
And I'll have the captain come in with us also, of course.
Yeah, and his eyes are very wide. He's kind of just like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. It was right here in front of us this whole time.
Okay. I mean, the captain's with me, right? There's a guard with you.
Yeah, whoever's with you. I guess I might have even said the captain upstairs, but yeah, I guess regular guard. Yeah.
I don't trust the captain.
Yeah.
Secret doors.
Very much so. Okay, so let's before you head down the dark passage, let's shoot downstairs to Sammy and Lorsch. What are you guys doing?
Right. So I'm getting information. What I'm trying to do is during this period, probably they're searching and stuff, I'm trying to make it very obvious that we want to like pay them more than they were getting paid and treat them better. So I'm trying to get information about like how much they're getting paid. And of course, whatever they say, I'm going to be like, wow, that's it. Wow, we're definitely going to take much better care of you than that. Oh, you're definitely going to get new uniforms. You know, I'm going to try to like spice it up so it sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then, once I feel like they seem content, I'm going to ask him to maybe start cleaning up all the dead bodies and stuff. And I'm going to join the companions unless Lorsch has something else wants to do.
I'm staying with you, and I continuously mentioned that I could as well cast Speak with Dead, and we wouldn't have to deal with all those living people. But yeah.
Oh, I could do that. That's a good idea. But who's dead?
Well, the people outside.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. We may have to do that.
Huh?
We may have to do that at some point.
Yeah, maybe later.
Yeah. Okay, and then we join them whenever we can.
Okay, so basically, I think what you would have figured is that they were only getting paid like 15 gold a month each. So very poorly. So if you can top that.
Yeah, no, I pay my bartender more than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you could top that, yeah, which should be no problem.
Okay. And of course, the captain gets more. 15 for the regular soldiers. Captain gets, whatever, 50 or something.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we bumped them up to like 30 and the captain to 50. Should be okay.
That sounds good to me, as long as we have enough gold, which we probably do.
Maybe.
Well, I certainly have enough for a month at that rate because there's only 10 of them left, right?
Yeah, there's only 10 plus the captain there. So.
Oh yeah, I have tons. I'm just saying that we want to make sure it's profitable for us.
Yeah.
But that's fine to start with.
Yeah, I mean, you could always fire some if you want. I mean, whatever.
Well, we're gonna end up getting more people, I'm sure. 10 guards is not going to be enough for us to.
Right.
Yeah, but we can pay them less.
I mean, these guys who have shown their loyalty will pay very well right now. Possibly, people will get paid a little bit less.
Yeah, definitely.
It's still a fair amount.
Okay, so let's see.
15 gold pieces is fair enough.
Yeah. All right, so back up to the top, or I guess Sammy and Lorsch are all heading up to go meet them.
Yep, we're gonna head up there to the room.
Okay, so we'll say that you managed to get up there as Fergus and Lauren begin creeping into this passageway into darkness. Yeah. So who is leading?
Fergus.
All right, very cool. All right, yeah, and it's wide enough for probably 2 people, like shoulder to shoulder.
Lauren's about 5 or 7 feet behind Fergus.
Okay, perfect. Very good. And yeah, it looks like it's just kind of a passage almost in between probably some of the other rooms and things. And it's wide enough, yeah, like I said, for 2 people. And it winds a little bit first to the right, and then it gets to an end and takes a left. And at the end of that, you do see a door. And it does look like quite a nice door. I mean, it's like iron banded and possibly locked. But what's the plan?
Yeah, I'm going to move up and inspect the lock, and as Lauren gets there, get him to hold the torch that he's got for me, where I can inspect it closer and see if it's trapped or whatever.
Okay. Let's see. Yep, go ahead.
After you get when I got the keys from the Duke, was it just the one key for the cell, or did he have a bunch of keys with him?
It was a ring of keys.
Okay. I'm like playing with it in the back, but not really thinking to tell them.
Naturally. So let's see. All right. So yeah, Fergus, I guess you want to check it for the traps. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, you're confident that it is in fact trapped.
Yeah, and I look back towards Lauren and just say, Be steady with the torch. I need all the light I can see to get us in here. And I'll start taking out my tools to work on trying to remove the trap.
Okay, let me roll that for you.
Exciting.
What level are you?
Should be 45.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's so cool.
That's really good.
Oh, nice. Yep. Very good. 40.
Ooh.
So, quite close, but you do make it. And yeah, you're very confident that you have disarmed a trap. You hear some clicking, perhaps.
Good job, Lauren. Keep holding it safe while I'll get us on inside here. As I try to completely open the lock to get the door.
Okay, so you can roll an open lock if you want. Let's see. I think you have a 50%
50, yep. Ooh, 40.
Nice. Nice. Yep. And again, the lock clicks open.
Yeah, I guess Sammy and Loris are standing there probably, 10, 15 foot behind us, whatever. And whew, as I stand up and just kind of push the door, just to let it open on its own.
I hold my my maul up encouragingly.
Very good.
That's very impressive. Do you think this key would have worked? And I hold up the key rings.
There is, in fact, a key that looks a bit brighter than the others. A bit cleaner and nicer. But
Silence.
but you're not sure if that would have worked, actually. So it just looks nice. It's a nice key. But yeah, so let's see. So the door does open up. You can push it open, and in doing so, you're in probably about a 15 by 15 room, and there are just piles of gold. There are a few chests, gems everywhere, some swords and things, and then two massive statues, just stone statues with gem encrusted eyes.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
He seems to have been into statues.
So I see the statue. Do they have arms or anything?
They do. They do have arms.
Loris, do you want to take the arms off the statues? Did the statues seem valuable?
They do.
I mean, are they like fancy stone, like marble, like fancy, or are they just like stone with nice?
No, they're just stone.
Perhaps we should disarm them.
I take the arms left and right,
Mm-hmm.
and I look again at Sammy just to make sure.
Yep. Break the arms off.
If I can.
Yeah. I don't know. Can you?
Can I?
You want to try? Yep. So as you get close to the statue,
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh.
it does begin to animate.
Oh, shit. I don't break the arms yet.
Yeah, so they both begin to animate as you get close to it. And we'll roll initiative as these statues.
Damn it.
4 for me.
4 for me.
Wow. Let's see what they
That's a lot of force.
Statues are on a 5. All right, so we'll start with just put that there so I can see it. Let's start with Tony Firgis. What are you going to do as you see these statues begin to animate, raising their fingers?
Yeah, as I see this, this guard is that come down with us. He's still standing there with us, right?
Yeah, he's kind of in the back. His eyes are just in complete bewilderment right now.
Yeah, I walk up to him and I look at him and I go, "I'm sorry, but too many witnesses. You shouldn't have tried to stab me in the back." As I stab him in the throat.
Good.
Yep, go for it. Oh man.
15 on the die, so that's like 18, 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
3 damage with the dagger in his throat.
Okay, so we'll say you puncture his throat and blood starts spraying everywhere as he clasps his throat, choking on his blood. And we'll go from there to the 5. So I think that'll be the enemies. Let's see. Start with the statues. So the first one, we'll just say it's in front of Lorsch, probably within, I don't know, you're 5 feet. So it's going to raise its fingertips and spray molten lava at you.
Jesus.
What?
Molten rock.
I heard molten rock.
Yes, this is true. Molten
I
rock.
heard it Yeah. Okay.
I can one more time. Molten rock is being sprayed. So molten rock,
Okay.
molten lava.
Just making sure.
Let's see, 13. I don't think that hits.
Mm-mm.
So the
Nope.
rock, it looks like it just kind of puffs out a bit. The molten rock it doesn't hit its full spray of 5 feet or so. The second one. Who else is up there? I mean, I guess no one. Is anyone else in the room?
No.
No.
Sammy is, right?
Well, yes, I am. Yeah, I walked forward. Sure.
Let's see if this one goes for you. Yeah, so this one will go for Sam. As it begins to try to spray molten rock. 14?
14 does not hit.
Okay, good. So this misses.
Okay. Is it larger than man? Just for the future reference.
Yes. It's, I don't know how big it is, but yeah, it's pretty big.
I mean, even if it was normal, it would miss me. I'm 16 or 18 versus larger than man.
Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. So that's 5. So the 4 is, so we'll start with Lauren.
Okay. So I will just draw my sword and I will run in and I will try and strike the one that's attacking Sammy. And that is a 12 plus 7 for 19.
19, yep, that'll hit its AC of 16.
Okay, so that is 5 points of damage.
Okay, very good. And let's see, so Lorsh, what do you want to do? I guess simultaneously, yeah.
Okay, that shit guy, that shit statue. I think I will just try to crush a stone skull. What do you think? A 19.
Oh, yeah.
That should suffice, I think. Where's my... Hang on. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, hang on. What's my bonus? I rolled a 1. So, a 1 plus... Is that an enchanted creature?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so plus 4, so 5.
Oh, nice. Very good. Yeah, why not? Sounds good. Yes, you smash into it, taking off some of the stone. And Sammy.
Right, so I'm gonna draw my magical short sword and say, "You mammering, hell-hated lewdster," and I swing at it with my sword. Oh, pretty good though. That would be an 18.
Yep,
that's right. You said that, and it's 5 plus 1 is 6, so 6 points of damage with the magic sword.
Oh, nice. Yep. And yeah, this one's looking a bit worse for wear.
I did that wrong. I'm sorry. It's only 2 points. That was the attack bonus I added.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, cool. No problem. And okay, cool. Got that down. Yeah, so back to the top. Fergus.
Yeah, without missing a beat, he sheaves the bloody dagger as the guard falls, with his last lifeblood coming out. He pulls out that +1 sword as he moves in towards the one that is engaged with Sammy. Strikes at it. 17 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And that will do +1. So, 6 total.
Okay, yeah, this one's looking real bad. It's quite banged up. And next is me. Yep. Okay, so we'll go with the first one on Lorsh. Let's see. A 9. I believe that misses.
Yeah, nice try. Next time.
Not even close.
And the one on Sammy. Let's see. Although, let's see. It might actually. We'll see who it goes for. It might actually go for Lauren or Fergus or Sammy. So let's see. It's gonna go for Sammy. Yep. All right, sweet. So let's see. A 2. I think this misses as well.
That's not.
All right. So back to the simultaneous 4s. So we'll just start with Lauren again.
Okay. So again, I'll just strike at the one that was attacking Sammy. So that's a hit for 6 points of damage.
Tell me how you destroy this one. This one's quite beat up.
So basically, I'm swinging at its knee, like clean chop off his leg, and then it kind of just falls and collapses because it has no balance, and its head kind of smashes on the chest, one of the chests nearby.
Not the head.
Yes, its stone skull is crushed. And let's see. So what about Lorsh?
Is mine still standing?
Yeah, yours is still standing.
Right?
It's still not.
Okay.
It's still looking pretty like.
That's what happens when you don't hit an orc.
No, that's not so good. 10.
No, that'll miss.
Oh, that was max damage though. Shit.
Oh man. And, let's see, Sammy.
All right, so seeing this one smash down near me from the mighty blow of the fighter, I do a tumble salt, and I roll and stab up with my sword into the crotch of the one that's stabbing Lorch. Oh, with a 19.
Oh yes.
And 6 points of damage to the crotch.
Oh nice. Yeah, this one's definitely
That's
chipping
double damage, right?
That is very good. Back to the top, Fergus. You see this somersault happen and the stab into the crotch.
Yeah, and seeing hopefully that thing is misplaced and has his attention on us two. What I want to do is try to move silently enough to get up behind it and sneak attack it if I can.
Yeah, go for it. Let's see.
Yep, I'm going to do that then and try to hit it from behind with my sword. Oh, yeah, 19 on the die, so I know that hits. 3 damage, so 3 times 2 would be 6.
Very good. And not quite down yet, but very, very close. This one's looking really chipped up and broken up. Let's see. All right, its turn. It's going to go for... This time it's going to go for Lauren.
Ooh.
It will spray at Lauren. 12.
No, that's a miss.
Oh, goddamn. Very good. So now, Lauren.
Okay, so I will swing at it. 17. That's a hit, isn't it? Okay, so that's 4 points of damage.
Okay, nice. I was going to say, if you do more than 3, you kill it. So tell me how you kill it.
So basically, I just the sword just kind of goes into where its heart would be, and I just kind of twist it and pull it back out, and a whole load of stone that was there in the chest just kind of explodes, and the creature just drops dead.
Yeah, very good. All right. So with that, you are out of combat.
It's a shame that guard was killed by one of these creatures.
Yes, but think of the money we have saved.
Hey, I'll just say 15 gold.
Well, every month.
Yes, yes.
I don't want people to know where this place is. So
yeah, that guy is still bleeding out for what it's worth. He's still kind of choking and gargling.
I look at Lorsh and I go drag him into the molten lava to make sure that he does appear to have those type of wounds on him.
Oh. Yeah, Lorsh takes one of the feet and drags him over. Sorry.
he's like bleeding out now, so he's burning.
I think I should change my alignment.
Yeah, I think at this point, maybe that
Hey, awful good.
order.
I don't think there's alignment in this game, is there?
There is.
There is, but you know,
Oh, it's not on the character sheet, so I never put it in. I always
It's an accessory. It's not in the main rule book.
oh yeah, that's right. It's not in the rule book. That's
And
true.
I found it. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Oh yeah, that's
I
true.
always
Yeah,
put
he
it
doesn't.
on the chaotic side because I'm a jester.
Right. That's cool. Let's
And look,
I'm on the chaotic side because I like to kill people.
Oh man.
Yet we do it in the name of good on some level.
On some level, yes.
We only kill bad people.
Yeah,
And random people and, people in our way and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, this whole keep and Rissian, they were total nuts, and they were quite bad. They were pretty bandit-ish.
And I mean, you could consider everyone who's in our way a bad person, right?
From
we
your
certainly
perspective, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is, as we're in this room, I have this quick conversation with the group because Mandel's not here, nor is Stonebeard, who are like the NPCs. I say, as much as I hate to say this, I feel like the 9 guards that are left probably shouldn't be left, let's say, in the next couple of months.
What?
Maybe there should be some unfortunate accidents. Because I don't know, we can't trust anybody who would turn on their leader for a few extra gold pieces is not somebody that we want.
Should we maybe just give them 100 gold pieces each and send them packing?
Well, I think we got to keep them here because we don't want to leave the keep empty. But yeah, we should. We'll take care of them really well, but we should really watch them for the first month or so because I don't know if I trust them.
Yeah, I think we can. Sorry, go ahead.
I already forgot. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, there's probably easier ways to get rid of them than, trying to orchestrate 9 accidents.
Right. Well, or 9 accidents.
Not that I'm opposed to 9 accidents, but
I'm thinking Red Wedding.
But I mean, we will stay there for some time, right? Just to
we'll stay for
to have some vacation and such. So we can have an eye on them and sort out who's a shitbag and who not.
That's true. Yeah. The other thing too is that we probably should take a little bit of gold out of this room, lock it up, and then say that he was a braggart and didn't have nearly as much, and that's probably why he was paying them so little.
But then you make him a martyr.
Was he a martyr?
Right? Yeah, because he died for nothing because they thought he wasn't paying them well, and
but he wasn't.
Couldn't actually.
Oh, because he was keeping it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying we should walk out with 10 gold pieces, but this room looks like it's. I mean,
yeah.
Well, why don't we find out how much there is, and then we can decide.
Yeah,
but I am with Lord. I feel that we should make sure that everyone understood that he was hoarding the money.
Yeah.
That's true.
So just
one thing I wouldn't mind doing, actually, if we can we? If somebody goes with me, I'll do it. Or I guess you'd have to explain to me how it worked. But we should go back out and see if we can close the door while we're in here, and still be able to get back out.
Yes, we can certainly see if there's a catch on the door.
Yeah, like somebody can stand out of the room where the bed is, so they can let us back out just in case, and then we can try to close the door from inside and see if we can open it again.
Yeah, so I can wait outside because I know where the trigger is.
Okay, perfect.
And then we can just close it, and then you can try and open it and see how it goes.
Yeah. So yeah, Marcus, we want to try to see if we can open and close the secret door from inside.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think within enough time you'd be able to figure it out. It wouldn't be anything too complicated.
Okay. Just so that we can close it while we're in here. Otherwise,
yeah.
We have to worry about it.
Yeah, also you can figure that out.
Okay.
No problem.
That's fine. And I mean, I think whatever. I mean, Sammy is fairly trustworthy of everybody. So she doesn't mind if you guys want to count up the money or whatever. She'll stay in the bedroom with the door closed, and then you guys can get the stuff sorted. Because I feel like if somebody shows up at the bedroom and we're not there, they're going to know there's a secret door. Like, we don't want people to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't mind.
And one thing that Fergus wants to do is Marcus. You said there's a bunch of gold coins in this room too. You said.
Yeah, a ton.
Yeah, he's gonna grab the belt pouch off that dead. I guess he's probably dead by now. The soldier. And he's going to fill it up with 10 gold, and he's going to look at the party and go, "It's not going in my pocket. Just trust me." And he looks at Lorish and he goes, "When we go back to the captain, please bring this body for me. I can't carry it."
No problem.
Okay.
So yeah, when we get back to the captain, I want to play something out with him.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. So do you want to count the gold now, or do you want to just kind of let it sit for now and kind of know where it is? That's the plan.
I think we went to a lot of effort to get it, so I'd like to count it now.
Yeah, we want to count it for sure.
Okay, it is quite a lot. Let's see. So gold itself you have 12,000 gold pieces, just loose gold. And then you have the gems that are in the eyes of the statues could be plucked out. There's 4 of those, each of them worth 500, so it's another 2,000. And then there is one very nice like jewel that's worth 5,000 gold pieces. And then there's some various like swords and stuff. A couple swords. There's a dagger. There's a rod.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can what's his name? Mendel?
Yep.
Identify shit?
I don't know.
I don't know if he can either. You didn't give me very many spells for him, so I don't know if he has other spells. But the ones you gave me were there's nothing, no spell to do that. He doesn't even detect magic.
Oh,
What?
I mean, he's 8th level. I would think that he would, but he doesn't. He has.
Yeah, how did I not give that?
Well, probably because he was meant to fight, so he only has like. These...
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I only had his prepared spells, to be honest. So actually, if you wanted, you could like you could choose the rest of the spells, I guess, because
okay. Yeah, I'll look at how the spellcasting works and how many you get or whatever. But I would imagine he'd have detect magic. So yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you get to 8th level without having detect magic. That would be silly.
Yeah. No, that would be.
And then with that, we should be able to know what it is, right?
Yes.
Hold on, no. It just tells you if something's magic or not.
Wait, yeah,
is there identifying this level?
No, it's kind of up to interpretation, I think.
Yeah, it's like more vague, like basic is. So you just have to try the stuff. You should be able to figure it out, basically, if given enough time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll say it'll take him a little time, but he can figure it out eventually. Why not?
Yeah, I mean the swords.
So sorry, there's 2 swords, 1 dagger, and a rod. Is there?
Yep.
And what's in the chests? Is there chests, or is that everything?
Yeah, it's just more gold and stuff.
Okay.
Chests of gold. Yeah.
Wow, he's a lot of gold. That's good though.
It's a ton of gold. Bit of a lord.
Yeah. We can definitely afford to pay these guys.
Yeah.
And then some.
Big time. Let's see. Okay, cool.
You know what I'm thinking now?
Uh-oh.
Well, we have the door.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point of it was we were going to take the door and cut it up so we could have treasure. But now we have a lot of treasure. So maybe we should just install the door here.
What?
Yeah.
What is the door since we're here?
Oh, right. That's right. You don't have the door. We have collected a door made of solid gold.
Okay, so it's not a door to anywhere. It's just gold.
Well, it was a door to nowhere, actually. We removed
it was this whole thing, yeah. It
was a trap.
It was a trap door, but they spent so much time with it that it's like, all right, well, you can take the door off, and it was just solid gold.
Yeah, it was like an expedition to get this door. So it's made out of solid gold, and we've been trying to figure out a way to sell it because it's probably worth a fortune.
Okay.
We have a keep. We could like install it. Unless you think that's too gaudy. That might attract problems, I guess.
Yeah, we don't want to be attracting that kind of attention.
Okay, well, we could.
Well, we can certainly use your dwarven friend to melt it down and then recast it and get some sell it off.
Yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. That was our plan, so we'll stick with that. Stonebeard. We did save him for that reason, so we might as well do it. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'm good with whatever, but I think we should probably, as Lorsh said, stay here for a bit. Even though I do want to get back to the tavern at some point and just make sure these guys aren't assholes.
Yeah, and we should maybe send for our hirelings that got left behind and
exactly.
more kind of guards.
Yeah, hire more people. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, some of us could stay here, some of us could ride forward, get that stuff, do that kind of work. Yeah, because I wouldn't mind also getting the door here versus whatever we can. Currently the door is buried, so it's safe, but I don't want to leave the tavern empty either. Because right now there's just Jacob the Bald, and he's only a level 1 spaceman. If I take my other hirelings, the door will be kind of on its own. So
okay.
But yeah, that's I think at least loosely the plan, right? We want to make sure these guys aren't assholes. We want to make this a little more established. Yeah, so we can have a keep, the first keep.
Yes.
Nice. That's exciting. Right, did you want to do your thing with the guard, Tony? I think that could probably happen.
Yeah,
now.
I was just gonna wait on Marcus till we got down there or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. And real quick, I just put the weapons, so I forgot the rod, in the chat. Let me do the rod real quick, so I don't forget. Boom, boom,
Oh,
boom.
that's a cool sword, actually.
Yeah, they got some neat ones. So the rod is, let's see, it's just where am I? Oh yeah, nice. Rod of water walking. Okay.
That's cool.
Alrighty.
Water
Yep.
walking.
And then you have the 19,000 gold pieces, basically. All right, cool. Yep. So we can say that y'all are doing all that. So Fergus, I think you wanted to have Lorsch carry the body with you down to the captain. Yep.
Yeah, I would like Lorsch to carry the body for me, and she plops it in front of the captain. You know, he sees the flesh burns and whatever, of course, from the statue stuff that come out, and I pull out this belt pouch and I put it out to him, and I go, "This was a very, very loyal man to you, evidently, and also to us in the time of need. He gave his life to save us from these statues that came to life as we seem to find things up above, but he gave his life for it, and for that, to show you that we are fair and just people and expect fair and just employees. Take this gift and give to his family." As I drop the 10 gold piece belt pouch to the captain to give to the guy that I killed's family.
So there is some honor among thieves. So he solemnly takes it and looks inside and says, "Oh wow, this is almost a full month's pay. I think this will help his family out. It's such a tragedy. He was a good man, you know. He had a fresh, you know, new baby born recently, and very loving wife. But I'll get
Well,
this.
be sure, yes, and be sure to let him know that he gave his all. He sacrificed himself for what would be known as the greater good."
The greater good, yes, yes. As we all must do someday, I'm sure. So it will be done. Thank you. And he'll take the pouch and he'll pocket it for now, presumably to give to the family, but it's hard to say.
Exactly, and which, you know, Fergus has done. Don't care, you know, if he keeps it, he keeps
Yeah,
it. If he
for
don't,
sure.
yeah.
It's the gesture that counts, I guess. Okay, very good. So, all right. So I think that you've captured the keep. I think we can safely say that. Is there anything else you want to do while you're freshly, you know, grabbing the treasure? What do you? Yeah, tell me what you want to do. I mean, do you want to take the treasure out? Are you going to take over the keep and kind of use that? Yeah, I'm curious what your ideas are.
Yeah, I think we're going to take over the keep, and that's our plan. I mean, we'll slowly take over all the lands between the keep and our town, right? That's the plan. as Rob said. Yeah, you know, little by little we'll build our kingdom, but this will be our first keep, so we want to make it nice.
Yeah, very good. And it seems like you're not going to have any, you know, resistance, at least just yet, from the guards. They're all kind of a bit shell shocked from the past evening and day of fighting, but.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we'll do is we'll make sure too that we get like we're going to send back for our hirelings. Like I'll get my 2 minstrels, and I'm going to have them go to the local towns and you know, sing songs of the great battle to free the area from you know, the tyranny of Rissian. Rissian was his name, right? And how we are great heroes. That kind of stuff. You know, we're doing psychological warfare here.
Yeah, big time.
So that, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say the town in the immediate vicinity is definitely going to be probably overjoyed that Rissian and Fredley are dealt with, just because they were both so crazy.
Yeah.
Especially as a lord and is like number 1, number 2. But yeah, so yeah, you'll have the favor of this small hamlet, you know, or this town next to the keep. Yeah. It's not a bad start there. As young landowners.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, ultimately, we want to probably transport the door, figure out what to do with it since we have Stonebeard with us. But I think we'll have to just put that on hold for a little bit.
Yeah,
Until
because
we're sure
that's
this is
still in the
secure.
other town.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, we probably want to move it soon, right? Because we don't want to be guarding 2 locations.
Exactly. So the keep is probably more secure once we know that it is. Like once we're kind of know the keep's secure, it'd be good to move the door here, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll do it the same way we did last time. We'll do it, at night on a wagon, blah, blah, blah. Which would be good because then I can finish my tavern. Because I was building a small tavern on the side of the, a small inn on the side of my tavern. And I had to stop because right now the door is stored there. So.
Well, you definitely have the funds for it at this point. So more than enough.
Yeah, I think I actually already paid for it because I already started building it, and then we got
yeah,
and I was like,
definitely.
Yeah, so like I moved like all the lumber, and then they're just waiting to build out the tavern as part of my as part of my theater. So I'm sorry, the inn is part. No, it's a theater. I was building.
Theater,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then we stopped because we buried the door into the floor. So
right.
So long term, I mean, depending on how much time happens between sessions, that's what I would want to do. Is although we probably want to play out moving the door because that could be tired, that could be dangerous, I suppose. But ultimately, I want to move the door to here where it's secure and have Stonebeard work on it, breaking it down, spread the word of us being heroes with the minstrels, and get working on my theater.
Yeah, I think that could all be done. Sounds like a sound plan to me.
Yeah.
Any objections from the rest?
No.
Sounds good.
So, and if Lorsch wanted to build a battle wagon to be more like a tank, are you going to improve it?
You could probably have a fleet of battle wagons if you wanted.
And attack cows.
Yeah, but I have to manage them too, so I don't want to be overwhelmed.
Right.
What?
I said we have guards for that now.
Wow, if you mention that to Lore, she looks offended again.
Oh, man.
You need a thicker skin.
You better watch it, Lauren. You're going to end up a skull on that battle wagon. Oh, jeez.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, I guess that's where we're going to call it for today. Just a little short session, I suppose. But yeah, it seems like a good breaking point, so we can figure out the next step in the misadventure here. But yeah, I hope y'all had fun. I will.
Adventure.
I'll stop the broadcast and dole out XP. It'd be nice. But yeah, thanks for playing.
Thanks for running.
Yeah, no, good game.